Hey everybody, I'm Mike. Welcome to Mike's Bootcamp Bodyweight Workout. We're going to get started on our warm-up. So join in with me and let's just start jogging it out on the spot. So I just want you to pick a pace that you can keep going for a couple minutes if you had to. And because everybody's at their own pace, I want you to listen to your own body. So because this is a warm-up, I don't want you to burn yourself out. So if you burn out from the jog, you can walk it on the spot at a good pace. So get your arms moving with you so we get more areas of the body warming up at the same time. And while we're jogging it out and going through our warm-up right now, I want you to focus on a breathing technique. We're just going to breathe in through the nose deep, exhale out the mouth a little slower. In through the nose, exhale out the mouth slower. I'm going to refer to this breathing technique quite a bit during the workout, during our breaks, because it's an effective way for you to control your heart rate while we're warming up. Looking good, good pace. Let's do about another 20 seconds, and then we'll go to our next warm-up move, which is called a shadow box. And you'll see that coming up. We're basically just going to punch it on the spot to help warm up our arm and our core muscles, deep muscles in our stomach. So let's do another 5 seconds, and we're going to plant the feet and do some shadow boxing. 3, 2, 1, and let's plant the feet, and let's do some shadow boxing. So if you notice when I'm punching, I'm turning my hips. That way when you turn your hips, you're going to be able to put more power into the punch, and when you can put more power into it, it's going to help engage your core muscles. So see, when I'm punching too, I'm not overextending. Just leave a little bend in the arm, and just get a good pace going side to side. Looking good. Let's do another 10 seconds. So purposely tense up those stomach muscles if you can. Let's do another 5 seconds, and then we're going to do some jump rope with the pretend skipping rope. 3, 2, 1, and let's do some jump rope. So you're going to turn your wrist just like you got a real rope in your hands. You just are barely jumping off the floor, just a little jump. If skipping is too hard for you, you can walk it on the spot. Do your best to jump it if you can. Remember, it's just a warm up, and I don't want you to burn yourselves out. So listen to your own body. If the skips get too intense for your legs, then you can walk it out on the spot whenever you need to. Let's do another 5 seconds, and then we're going to switch to a move called the power march. 3, 2, 1, and let's do the power march. So you're going to alternate, kicking up, same arm, same leg. So you're just trying to keep the legs as straight as you're able to. How high you kick it up is up to your flexibility and strength. Like I said, it's a warm-up, so you don't have to get it up too high. We'll just say medium height. And remember to breathe, control your breathing, in through the nose, exhale out the mouth. Let's do a couple more of these each way. Perfect, let's go back to our jog. One more warm-up round before we do a few stretches before we get our workout going. Never skip the warm-up, because we're getting our body ready for the real exercises. That's why we spend time, about 10 minutes, doing a warm-up and some stretching. Your body will work better for the workout, and it always also will be safer too, right? So remember, control the breathing in through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Looking good. So let's see if we can increase our pace just a little bit from the first round. So however quick you've been going, see if you can just increase your pace and go a little bit quicker. There we go, looking good. Don't forget to breathe. Control your breathing. In through the nose, exhale out the mouth. And if you're new and you feel like you can't control your heart rate, Then just walk it out slow until you feel like you have the back under control. Let's do another 10 seconds. And then we're going to go back to the shadow box, but this time we're going to do a cross arm punch. 3, 2, 1, and let's turn and punch. So you can't see my feet, but I'm actually pointing them the same way I'm punching them, turning them. So as I turn my hips, I turn my feet. So whatever way I'm punching, my toes are pointed the same way. See how I keep the hands up at chest height? As you turn into it, that's where you can put some power into the punch. And like I said, when we can put a little power into it, that's when you're going to engage those core muscles a little bit more. Good work, good pace. Let's do a few more each way. We'll go back to our skip. Excellent. Let's go back to the jump rope. So remember, you're just barely bouncing off the floor. And let's increase our pace a little bit from the first warm-up round. Let's see if you can bounce a little quicker. Turn the wrist a little quicker. Remember, if the skips get too intense for you, you can walk it out on the spot whenever you need to. Let's try another 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and power march it. Maybe notice that your legs are a little more warmed up. And if they are, you can kick it a little higher if you're able to. Let's do a couple more each way. Perfect. Let's go into some arm circles next. These are called windmills. I want you to make them as large as you can. Full range of motion. Remember to breathe. Control your breathing. In through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. This is a great way to warm up our shoulder muscles and our shoulder joint. We use that area for a lot of different exercises and positions we're in, so we want to make sure it's the most warmed up it can be. And make the circles small now, little circles. Exactly, keep the hands right up at shoulder height, just little ones. Remember, these can burn the arms sometimes, especially if you're new. If you burn out, you can rest them for a second. Try your best to keep going. Let's do a few more. And let's reverse it the other direction. Make them big again. Excellent. Remember to breathe. In through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. And make those circles small. Excellent. And let's just shake out the arms a bit. Cross them one way, cross them the other. Just loosen them up a little bit. And let's go ahead and give our arms a little stretch. To do that, let's push the arm against your body first, and then pull across. Anytime we're doing any stretches, just think medium stretch. You're never trying to make it hurt. We're just looking for that medium tension when we stretch it. And let's go the other way. Remember, push the arm against your body first and then pull across. Remember to keep that deep breathing going in through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Perfect. We're going to practice our balance a bit and give our legs a little stretch at the end. So you're going to balance on the spot, grab one foot and pull it up. If balance is super difficult for you, then you can hang on to something. And if you want to practice, do it. It's okay if you lose your balance and you're going to re-grab your foot again. It's practice makes perfect. Let's do a few more seconds. So we're going to release it and bring that same leg out in front of us. And bring it out in front. Now you're going to draw some circles in the air. Pretend your big toe is a felt marker. Draw some circles in the air. Just loosening up the ankle joint. Reverse your circle the other direction now. Remember, it takes balance to do this too, to have your leg out in front of you. You can try having your arms out to the side for better balance. And relax it. Let's bring up our other leg. So some tips when you're doing this quad stretch, you can try focusing on one spot. That can help you. Remember to keep that deep breathing going in through the nose, exhale up the mouth. Let's do a few more seconds, so we'll bring that foot out in front, and bring that foot out in front, and let's roll it out. Draw some circles. And reverse in the other direction. Last part of our warm-up here. Excellent. Good warm-up, everybody. Grab some water. Remember, we want to stay hydrated. And I'm going to give you a demo first of what our first few moves will look like. And then we'll do them together. So move number 1 is called an inchworm. You're going to start in standing position. And when I say go, you're going to bend over, walk yourself out, do a push-up, walk yourself back, and stand up. Okay, so for the push-up, I'm going to give you some tips right now. Check out what I do with my elbows. See how I slightly tuck them into the body? That's a proper way to do a push-up. A lot of people do a push-up with their elbows out to the sides. I want you to tuck them. And let's say if you can't get at least halfway down, what you can do is when you walk yourself out, you can simply put the knees on the floor and do the assisted push-up, and then walk yourself back up. Remember, it's okay if you can't get all the way down on a push-up. Let's say you're getting tired and it looks like you're only going a couple inches, then do your couple inches. That's okay. Because everybody's at their own pace when we do this, you can rest for a couple seconds whenever you need to. I'm going to keep going. But remember, you're at your own pace, so listen to your own body. Take a couple seconds whenever you need to. Don't give up. Move number 2 is going to be a plank toe tap. So the plank toe tap, plank position, most people know is like this on the elbows and toes. A plank toe tap, you're going to alternate tapping the legs out to the sides. Okay, so if you're new, what you can do is put the knees on the floor, and you can do the assisted plank jack. And if you're advanced and you want to make it a little harder, you can do the jumping and do the plank jumping jack. I'll remind you of those versions as we're going. And then move number 3, we're just going to do an isometric squat hold. So that means we're just holding it. So we'll have the feet hip width apart. You're going to push your butt out, come down into the squat, and we're just going to hold it there. Chest up, weight on the heels. If you burn out before the time is up, all you do is stand up and shake it out a little bit. Okay, so we're going to do this together. Let's get ready. We're going to start with the inchworm with the push-up first, 60 seconds worth. Let's get ready. We're going 3, 2, 1. Time is going. So remember, everybody's at their own pace. So you can try to keep up, or you can go quicker. It's all good. Remember, if you can't get at least halfway down with your legs straight, then I want you to do the push-up assisted on the knees. Remember, if you can't get all the way down, that's okay. You just get however low you're able to. Remember, slight tuck in the elbows. Looking good. We do these for 60 seconds. That's a long round. Do the best you can. If you want more of a challenge, if you're awesome at the push-ups, you can do 2 or 3 each time you walk it out. Got less than 10 seconds. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Time. Woo! Okay, we got a 15-second transition. Remember, deep breathing. Control your heart rate. We're going to do the plank toe tap next. We're going to do these for 30 seconds. And remember, the versions, you can jump them, to make it harder, or you can go on your knees and do them assisted. Okay, we'll start at 5 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, and we're going. So remember, this is a regular walk and tap, trying to stay nice and straight. If that's too easy, you can jump them. If it's too hard, knees go down, and you can do assisted. Depending on which one you're doing, if you're doing the assisted, you may need a mat for more comfort. All depends what kind of floor you got. Another few seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's bring it up. We're doing our third move, isometric squat hold. Remember what I said? You can stand up and rest when you need to on this. Do the best you can. Feet hip width apart. Get ready to push your butt out and come down. 3, 2, 1. Push your butt back and come down. Stay in position. It's going to give you a little better shot. There we go. So I'm always thinking posture. My butt is pushed back as far as I can. Chest is up much as I can. Weight on the heels. This can really heat up the legs. Remember, it's okay if you got to stand up for a couple seconds and shake it out. Take it when you need to. Remember, you can still breathe while you're doing this. Don't get overwhelmed right away. In through the nose. Exhale at the mouth. Posture. Don't let your back go around it. You keep that butt pushed back. Chest up. Weight on the heels. We're going to do another 15 seconds. Looking good. Another 10 seconds. Last 5, 3, 2, 1, time. Good. Shake it out a bit. Got 60-second water break. The breaks are strategic so we can get our heart rates down, so you can grab some water, stay hydrated, right? Our muscles are about 80% water. We want to keep it hydrated. Little sips are better so you don't get a water cramp. Little sips are better so you don't get a water cramp. Remember, deep breathing during the break. It's recovery, trying to get the heart rate down much as we can. We got about 30 seconds, and we'll start it again. In through the nose, exhale our mouth. I like to move it around a bit, shake it out. So those are our first 3 moves. We're going to repeat these at least 2 more times, maybe 3. We'll see. You never know. Okay, let's get in position. Remember, if you're new and you're not ready to go, rest longer when you need to. The time's going to 3, 2, 1, and we're going inchworms. Walking it out. Remember the tips, if you can't get at least halfway down, you do the push-up on your knees. If you're really cooked and you can't do any push-up at all, then you can just walk out and walk back up. That's all right. Remember, it's a 60-second drill, so if you need a little longer break, you can rest at the top position longer whenever you need to. We're halfway. Looking good. Another 20 seconds. And remember, if this is easier for you, you can do 2 or 3 push-ups each time. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good. Woo. Deep breath right away. In through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. We got the plank toe tap coming. Remember the few different ways to do it. You can jump it to make it harder or do it on your knees for easier. 3, 2, 1. Time is going. Remember, keep yourself nice and straight. If you feel like you're cheating on your form, then you go on your knees and make it easier. If it's still hard on your knees, just push back and rest for a couple seconds when you need to. Another 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good. Awesome. Let's bring it up. Get ready for the isometric squat hold. We'll go in 3, 2, 1. Push back, come down and hold. So remember, there's no limit how far you push the butt out. Keeps the back nice and straight if you push out properly. If you don't, then you round. Push your back, weight on the heels, chest up much as you can. I know this can burn and be overwhelming, right? The lactic acid in the legs. Stand up for a couple seconds, shake it out if you need to. However many times you need to, but don't give up. Breathe. In through the nose, exhale out the mouth. Does anyone know how much time we have left? Forgot to start it. Just joking. Oh yeah. 10 seconds. Now you can feel that burn. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Woo! Shake it out. Good work. 60-second break is going. We're gonna do, we'll do one more round. One more round. If you're excited that we're gonna do 2 more rounds, then just make it tougher. It's always good to rate your own performance. If it feels too easy, step it up, push yourself harder. On the last round if you need to. It's all what you put into it, right? It's all what you put into it. So if it's too hard, you know to slow it down and pace yourself a little bit more. Our break's almost there. 10 seconds. Inchworm with a push-up. We'll go to 5 seconds. Last round of each. 3, 2, 1, and we're going. Remember, slight tuck in the elbows on the push-up. Remember, if it's too easy, you can do 2 or 3 push-ups each time you walk out. There we go. It's supposed to get harder each round. That's why it's called a workout. A lot of muscles working on this one move. Not just the arms, legs, cardio, your core muscles, to the deep muscles in your stomach, and lower back. 15 seconds left. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Time. Woo! Breathing in deep. In through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Okay, we got the plank toe tap coming. Either walking, jumping, or on the knees. 3, 2, 1. Time is going. There we go. Stay nice and straight. Remember, if it's too easy, you can jump them, or you can go on your knees and walk them out one at a time. Another 10 seconds. Another 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good. Up on your feet. Get ready for the squat hold. Feet hip width apart. 3, 2, 1. Come down and hold. There we go. Butt push back. Chest up. Think of my tips. My knees are behind my toes because I'm pushing my butt back. Don't look right at the floor. That's cheating. Chest up. Breathe. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. I'm trying to keep even pressure on both heels. So I make those quad muscles work harder. Thigh muscles. Like to breathe in deep on this one. Helps to get my mind off the burn. We have 20 seconds left. Remember, if you burn out and can't hold your posture properly, stand up for a couple seconds whenever you need to. Do another 10 seconds. Almost there. Another 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Woo! You do a few seconds. Quad stretch on each side to loosen them up a little bit. Sweating everybody. A little sip of water. Okay, I'm gonna give you a demo on our next moves. One-legged bridge hip raise. Gonna go after the hamstrings, glutes, basically the back side of the leg. So, you're gonna be on your heel, so the toe is up, other leg extended out, keep the thighs right beside each other, and this is a move. You're driving off the heel and thrusting your hip up. Okay, if you burn out while we're going, just straighten it out for a couple seconds, and then keep going. We're gonna do that on each side. After we do a round on each side, we're gonna do the ab twist. To do the ab twist, we're gonna cross the feet at the ankles, fingers together, hands together, tight, pushing your palms together. And on this one, you lean back, hold the heels up, and you twist it side to side. Coming right down to each side of your waist. This one's super hard. Gets too hard, put your heels on the floor. If that's still too hard, just lean forward and rest for a couple seconds, and then see if you can join back in with the time remaining. Let's get ready, one-legged bridge. Let's start on the left heel. Left heel. On the heel so the toe is up. Other leg extended up. Going 3, 2, 1. Time is going. So your arms are just at your sides. Remember, it's about that thrust. Drive your hips up. You can feel the calf, hamstring, butt, even the lower back. It's all working on this. Yeah, looking good. This is a tough move. Do another 20 seconds. Remember, rest for a couple seconds whenever you need to, and then join back in. Another 10 seconds. Another 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Whoa! Oh! 15 seconds. And we'll do the other side. Okay, on the right heel, so the toe is up. 5 seconds, we're going. Extend the leg out. 3, 2, 1. And we're driving. You may notice you got one side stronger than the other. All of us got different muscle imbalances all over the body. So that can be normal. Just do the best you can. If you want to get really strategic, try counting them. Try to get the same amount on each side. Another 20 seconds. Yeah, it's getting hard. 10 seconds. Another 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Oh! Sit up. Let's go. Cross those feet. Hands together tight. That's how you generate power in the twist. 5 seconds for twisting. 3, 2, 1. Time is going. Remember, if you can't keep your heels off the floor, don't sweat it. Put them down. And if you still burn out, just lean forward and rest for a couple seconds, whatever you need to. If it's too easy, push your hands together tighter and twist quicker. Full range, right down to your waist on each side. Almost there, 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Oh! You gotta be feeling that, come on. I am. Okay, we got about 30 seconds. We're going back to that bridge, one-legger. 2 more of each. Remember, don't sweat it. If you're new and you burn out a lot, doesn't matter. Keep trying. You're supposed to get tired. I'm getting tired. I work out all the time. On the left heel, toe up. Extend your other leg out. We'll start at 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and we're going. Drive. Drive the hips. Drive off the heel. While you're able to, put some power into it. I just tap the butt on the ground each time. Looking good. Best you can. Remember, you rest for a couple seconds whenever you need to. We got another 15 seconds. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Oh! Hold. So you're ready for the other side. Right heel on the toe. Toe is up. We'll go in 3. Extend your leg out. 2, 1. We're going. Remember, try to control the breathing. In through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Remember, your lower back is working good on this too. So you listen to whatever your weak point is. Like I said, you might have to rest a bunch during the time. Let's do the best you can. Another 20 seconds. Drive off that heel. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. My lower back is burning. And my hamstrings. We'll go in 3, 2, 1, and we're twisting. Remember, take it as it comes. Remember, if it's too hard, heels go on the floor. If it's still too hard, lean forward and rest for a couple seconds. If it's too easy, spin it faster. Push the palms together tight. 10 seconds. Another 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good. Well, hey? Well. That's tough. Who sees the sweat? Oh, yeah. One more of each. One more of each. We'll switch up the moves one more time. Okay, let's get ready. One-legged bridge. Left side first. Left heel down, toe up. Going 3, 2, 1, and we're going. Doesn't feel like we really got to rest, does it? I hear ya. Best you can. Last set on each side. "20 seconds left. Oh, it's hard to get those hips up. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. 3, 2, oh! Come on. Who's feeling that? My hamstrings got so tired that time, I definitely felt my butt kicking in to help. Get ready, right heel down, toe up. 3, 2, 1, and we're going. Break time's over. Let's do this. Another 20 seconds. Ten seconds. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Oh! What? Oh. My lower back is burning, so just lean forward, back for a second. Oh. We're going 3, 2, 1, and we're twisting. Oh yeah, last round. Remember, don't sweat it. If you need to break, rest as needed. At your own pace. Almost there. Last 10 seconds. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Those moves are done. Holy smokes. Oh. Well. That's tough. Okay. Last moves. We're gonna do some side-to-side kicks on the spot. Give you a little demo first. Side-to-side kicks, kind of what it sounds like. We're gonna alternate kicking the legs out to the side. Give you a little better view. Sky's the limit. If it's too easy, kick them higher. And the opposite's true. If it's hard, then you kick them out less. Move number 2 and 3, same move. We're gonna do a floating lunge called an Olympic skater. So check this out. Standing on my left, my right foot's in the air. I'm doing a floating lunge. So my back foot stays in the air, pushing the butt back, just like I talked about with the squat hold. So we'll end up doing that each way. Right side, same thing, standing in the right, pushing the butt back. I remind you of what leg and what arm should be moving while we're going, but let's get ready. We gotta go! Running out of time. Okay, we're gonna start. 5 seconds. Side to side kicks first. Give you a bottom view. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Remember, we're all different fitness levels, different weights. My legs feel super heavy right now, so I'm just getting them as high as I can. You might get them higher, you might not get them as high. Doesn't matter. You do you. Remember, if you burn right out, you can walk it out for a couple seconds, whenever you need to. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay, I'm going to give you 15 seconds. Set up right away. Let's go. Standing on your left. As you come down, your right arm cuts across. Stand on the left. Right arm cuts across. 3, 2, 1. We're going. So each time I stand up, I just tap my toe. Remember, push your butt back. As you lunge down, right arm cuts across. We're on our left foot, right arm cutting across. So basically, we're keeping all the weight on that left side. Sky's the limit. The lower you get, the more weight you're putting on that leg. 15 seconds. Oh yeah. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. Not much breaks left. I'm trying to keep these workouts to 45 minutes. And we're running out of time, so all our breaks are gone. Get ready, stand on your right. Left arm cutting across. 3, 2, 1. We're going. So standing on the right, left arm cutting across. Push your butt back. Keep the chest up as much as you can. Each time you stand up, just tap that toe on the floor to help steady you. As you come up, try to push more off your heels. That'll stop you from using your knee. Remember, if you burn out, just stand up for a couple seconds whenever you need to. Push the butt back. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good. Shake it out. Woo! 30-second break. And guess what? Sorry to say, we're running out of time, so we're supersetting. What is a superset? It means your break is gone. That's what it means. We're going to flow from one to the other until we do 2 more rounds of each. Of course, stand up, rest whenever you need to. But time is going. 3, 2, 1, go. Side to side kicks. Final 2 rounds. Kick the legs up high as you can. Remember, if it gets too hard when you do, make them smaller. If it's too easy, kick them higher. Another 20 seconds. We go right into the Olympic skater. Standing on our left. Okay, it's going to be a fast transition. We'll be standing on the left, right arm cutting across. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Stand on your left, right arm cutting across. Push your butt back. Remember to breathe. In through your nose as you come down. Exhale as you come up. Pushing off the heel, out of the bottom. Oh, my legs are getting tired. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. 5 seconds, we go right to the right. 3, 2, switch, standing on the right. Left arm cutting across. So the tip, as I get tired, I stand more up straight at the top, so my lower back gets a little break. Everyone can burn out in different spots. I feel my leg and my lower back. All good. Best you can. 20 seconds. Remember, we're supersetting, so we're going right to the side-to-side kicks. 10 seconds, we'll switch. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, legs are heavy. Side-to-side kicks. Final set of each. There we go. Remember to breathe. In through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Remember, listen to my tip on those Olympic skaters, on what foot we're standing on, what arm is cutting across. Remember, we're going to start standing on our left. Right arm cuts across as you come down. 5 seconds. No, let's keep going another 15 seconds. We'll switch to our last set of Olympic skaters. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Stand on the left. Right arm cutting across. Push your butt out as you come down. Push the butt out. Chest up. 20 seconds. We'll switch legs. Keep your form. Push the butt out. Keep the chest up. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Switch and go. Stand on the right. Left arm cutting across. Holy smokers. There we go. Push the butt back. Pushing off the heel as you come out of the bottom. Standing on the right. Left arm cuts across as you come down. 20 seconds. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. And time. Whoa! Holy smokes. Well done, everybody. We're all done. I gotta go. But I want you to do a quad stretch at the end that we did at the beginning. Hold it for a count of 30, nice and slow. And do the pull across arm stretch. 30 seconds, nice and slow. Awesome work, everybody. Have a great rest of your day.